Because this there's not a signal. Can somebody check again? Raghu, you'll have an idea, right? When it was played originally. Check on the
Yes, he called me this morning.
श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम् गणानात्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम्.
Devotee, see the big gap to your right.
My humble pranams to the satsang of Sri Shiva Vishnu Temple. I am so happy to join you for the fundraising ceremony on the 3rd and 4th of December year 2021. Sri Shiva Vishnu Temple is known for maintaining the Vedic traditions, the agamic practices and the architectural greatness. It is a blessing for all of us to be associated with this temple and to be with the temple in whichever way we go. Because we know a temple is a place where we perform the prayers.
ॐ कात्यायनाय विद्महे कन्याकुमारी धीमहि तन्नो दुर्गे प्रचोदयात्.
Namaste, I'm Krishna Bapana and I'm the chairman of Sri Shiva Vishnu Temple in Lanham, Melbourne. Hope you and your family are keeping safe. We all know COVID has been a factor in all our lives this year. We hope and pray that it is less of a factor next year. SSVT greatly appreciates your continued support to SSVT despite the challenges presented by COVID-19. Despite the pandemic, SSVT has strived to continue operations and to provide puja services for its devotees. Management strive hard to keep the temple open for devotee darshan. Devotee services in the areas of religious, cultural, educational and community service is a top priority for SSVT. We are always looking for
YouTube.
on behalf of the SSVT Board of
Numbers on
Trustees.
YouTube. How
It
many
is my
viewers?
pleasure
Can you check that?
and honor to personally welcome you and your family to participate in the annual fundraiser for the year 2021.
Namaste, devotees and supporters of Sri Shiva Vishnu Temple. I am K.S. Chitra, playback singer. I am thrilled to be a part of Sri Shiva Vishnu Temple 2021 annual fundraiser gala. To take this opportunity to pledge or donate generously to support Sri Shiva Vishnu Temple through this difficult time. Your contribution will help sustain the temple today for a better tomorrow. Thank you.
Shanamayappa, Swami Shanamayappa, Swami Sharana. My name is Manoj and I live in Ellicott City, Maryland. From 2005, I'm visiting this temple and I'm blessed. You know, we have Ayyappa Murti here and all over US, most of the US and Canada. So most of the people come here for the Mandalam and you know they come in the bus and everywhere and they celebrate here Ayyappa, Makara Jyoti, Mandalam and everything. So this temple is so powerful and we think this is the US Shabarimala as Ayyappa is here and you know a lot of Ayyappa Swamis are here in this area and I am wearing mala past 18 years.
Drag it to the right. Drag it to the right. Try around. Drag it to the right. Good evening. My name is Maiji Shuichur, and I am one of your MCs for the 2021 Sri Shiva Vishnu Temple Annual Gala.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Meena Tumkur, and I am your other MC this evening.
So, as you just heard, we kicked off our program with an Adaswaram performance recorded by artists from a team in India, as well as a short promo for this evening's program. The evening's program will include light music, fusion music, and updates on temple projects, and as well as a few devotee testimonials. The housekeeping of tonight is sit back, relax, first and foremost, enjoy tonight's performance. You will also be able to bid online on our online auction, biddingforgood.com/SSVT. There we have various saris, a few temple vastrams. We also have an opportunity to win some courtside tickets to the Wizards game against OKC in January. Something I'll be definitely, hopefully, bidding on myself. Among a number of other unique opportunities, including I think it was a house out in Deep Creek, Maryland. So various things on biddingforgood.com/SSVT. And like I said, sit back, enjoy. We'll be stepping in and out throughout the evening, providing you some updates and figures and things like that. To kick off tonight, we have raised so far I believe from what I've been told, I was handed a note a minute ago, $40,000 from pledges and donations that were realized from the past year. We also have an anonymous donor who's willing to match up to $10,000 of what we raised tonight. So please visit tinyurl.com/SSVT-pledge. That's tinyurl.com/SSVT-pledge. Make your contributions, your pledges for the upcoming year, and even a pledge for the remainder of this month. Your contributions will really help us, help you to a renewed new year of spirituality, connection, and well-being.
पृथिवी शान्ता शाकिना शान्ता सामे शान्ता सुजगं समयतो अन्तरिक्षगं शान्तं तद्वायुना शान्तं तन्मे शान्तगं सुजगं समयतो द्यौ शान्ता सादित्येन शान्ता सामे शान्ता सुजगं समयतो पृथिवी शान्तिरन्तरिक्षगं शान्तिर्द्यौ शान्तिर्दिशः शान्तिरवान्तरदिशा शान्तिरग्निः शान्तिर्वायुः शान्तिरादित्यः शान्तिश्चन्द्रमा शान्तिर्नक्षत्राणि शान्तिरापः शान्तिरोषधयः शान्तिर्वनस्पतयः शान्तिर्योः शान्तिरज शान्तिर्ब्रह्मशान्तिर्ब्राह्मणशान्तिर्ब्राह्मणशान्तिर्शान्तिर्देव शान्तिर्शान्तिर्मे अस्तु शान्तिः सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः
Even audio, right?
It goes together.
शन्नो मित्रसंवरुणः शन्नो भवत्वर्यमा सन्न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः सन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्म वदिष्यामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतु तद्भक्तारमवतु अवतु माम् अवतु भक्तारम् ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ शन्नो मित्रः संवरुणः शन्नो भवत्वर्यमा शन्न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मवादिशम् ऋतमवादिशम् सत्यमवादिशम् तन्मामावीत् तद्भक्तारमावीत् आवेन्माम् आवेत् भक्तारम् ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः
My humble pranams to the satsang of Sri Shiva Vishnu Temple. I am so happy to join you for the fundraising ceremony on the 3rd and 4th of December year 2021.
There's going to be a point where we're introducing
Sri Shiva Vishnu Temple is known for maintaining the Vedic traditions, the agamic practices and the architectural greatness. It is a blessing for all of us to be associated with this temple and to be with the temple in whichever way we can. Because we know a temple is a place where we perform the prayers
Yeah.
for the welfare of 84 lakhs of species as described in the Agamas, and we human beings is just one of those 84 lakhs of species, and it is our duty to support, to be with the temple in whichever way we could. The management is doing an excellent job of preserving and promoting the Vedic culture. The Acharyas are doing an excellent service with absolute dedication to God and their service to the devotees. And the devotees who are taking care of the temple like their own home, like their parents. May Ambal bless each and every one of you with her grace. Jai Hind. God bless America.
Shri Durga Saptashloki Stotramantrasya Narayana Rishi Anushtup Chandaha Shri Mahakali Mahalakshmi Mahasaraswatyo Devata Shri Durga Prityashtam Saptashloki Durga Mate देवी भगवती हिसा माता कृष्य मोहाय महामाया प्रयच्छति दुर्गे स्मृता हरसि विघ्नमशेषजन्तो स्वस्त्यै स्मृता स्मृतिमतीव शुभां ददासि दारिद्र्य दुःखभयहारिणि त्वदन्या सर्वोपकारकरणाय सदार्थ सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते शरणागतदीनाथा परित्राणपरायणे सर्वस्यापि हरे देवी नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते सर्वस्वरूपे सर्वेशे सर्वशक्तिसमन्विते वरेभ्यस्त्राहिनो देवी दुर्गे देवी नमोऽस्तुते रोगानशेषामहंसि तुष्टा दुष्टा तु कामान् सकलानभीष्टान् त्वामाश्रितानां न विदन्नराणां त्वामाश्रिताभ्यः प्रयान्ति सर्वबाधाप्रशमनं त्रैलोक्यस्याखिलेश्वरी एवमेव त्वया कार्यम् अस्मद्वैरिविनाशनम्. Now we're going to do the Saraswati Dwadasa Namaste. Saraswati Tvayam Drishtva Veena Pustakadarini Hamsavaha Samayukta Vidyadhanakari Mama Prathamam Bharati Nama Dvitiyam cha Saraswati Tritiyam Sharada Devi Chaturtham Hamsavahini Panchamam Jagati Kyatam Shashtam Bhageshwari Tata Kaumari Saptamam Proktam Ashtamam Brahmacharini Navamam Buddhidatri cha Dashamam Varadayini Ekadasham Shudraganta Dwadasham Bhuvaneshwari Brahmane Dwadashanamani Trisandhyam Yapate Naraha Sarvasiddhikari Tasya Prasanna Parameshwari Same Vasatu Jihvagre Brahma Rupa Saraswati.
Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Namaste. Thanks to SSVT for the invitation to speak a few words on this day about certain aspects of Sri Shiva Vishnu Temple. Sri Ganapati Sthapati, the chief temple architect from Mamallapuram, Tamil Nadu, brought the architecture from the different periods of time to our SSVT. The most ancient is that by the first Sthapati Mayan, 3,000 to 5,000 years ago, who lived and classified the temple architecture. That is represented in the Makara Torana Voyal, which is the architecture that you see as you enter from Vasanta Mandapam to the Murugan Sannadhi. The next is that of Pallava dynasty in the 6th century AD, is that of Sri Murugan Sannadhi. You would have seen that as though it is a chariot with 2 elephants drawing the chariot with 2 wheels on each side. Make it a point to observe that next time. The next is that of Chola period, the 10th century AD. There are many sanctum sanctorums such as Shiva, Anantapadmanabha, Durga, Ganapati, Parvati, Lakshmi, Andal, Rama, etc. Then comes that of the 15th century Sri Krishnadevaraya period, that of the Vimana of Sri Venkatesha or Balaji Sannadhi. And then there are 2 unique ones, Sri Ayyappa of Sabrimala and Sri Udupi Krishna. Both are from South Canara style, depicting that there is a lot of rain in that area, so with sloping roofs. The Rajagopuram is mainly that of Chola period, the 10th century, with some adaptations. Let me then talk a little bit about the concept of Abheda Darsanam. Many of you would have seen, as you climb up the stairs towards the Rajagopuram, just above the main entrance door, in the middle, is the word sentence Abheda Darsanam Jnana. Let me quickly mention the concept of that sentence. By one way of translating it is absence of difference or distinction is exhibiting knowledge or wisdom. Or simply put, seeing no difference or seeing unity is wisdom. That means all the different sampradayas of Shiva, Vishnu and everything else are all one and the same entity, Brahman. The next part of it is I'm going to mention about the Sri Shiva Vishnu Temple's response to the pandemic. From the last year, we have had this, and the devotees could not visit the temple because of the regulations. And so Sri Shiva Vishnu Temple quickly switched to be able to broadcast the Nitya, Naimitika and Kamya pujas using Zoom link, FaceTime, WhatsApp, YouTube, etc. And believe me, these were seen from people, devotees throughout the United States, Canada, India, Europe and rest of Asia. The next part is Loka Samastan Sukhino Bhavantu. May all beings in the world or universe may live happily and with health. And so special homams and pujas were done to protect the devotees and all the people and living beings. Daily parayanams such as Vaidyanatha Ashtakam and Dhanvantri Parayanam were done specifically for protecting against COVID. As well as there are other functions like Sivaratri, Ugadi, Brahmotsavam, Pavitrodsavam on both Shiva and Vishnu side. They were all done and conducted as always that was done before. We also did the 26th anniversary, since we could not do the 25th last year. The 26th anniversary of Ayyappa Pratisthapana was celebrated in June of this year with devotee participation, as well as Koti Hanuman Chalisa Samarpanam and Navaratri with Golu, Navaratri Alankarams of the Durga, Lakshmi, Saraswati and Chandika Parameshwari as well. And these were appreciated by a large number of devotees coming to the temple as well as seeing in the YouTube and Zoom as well. Then we did the Panchaloka Kavacham Samarpanam for the 18 steps of the Padis for Ayyappa, and that was just phenomenally beautiful. And you can see that now when you go to the temple from outside the Ayyappan Sannadhi. And I have never finished any of these talks without appealing to your generosity. You all have tremendously contributed to the temple over the last pandemic year, and we invite you to generously contribute towards the end of this year as well, so that the temple can serve all the devotees and particularly the next generation. Thank you. Om Namaste.
Thank you, Dr. Shiva Uncle, for talking about temple architecture and religious events from this year. So a brief introduction to our program today. We'll be listening to some light music, fusion music, and dance performances, like Manju said, from Srimati K.S. Chitra, Mahesh Raghavan, and Shreya Navile. We'll also be hearing some more updates on temple projects and devotee testimonials.
So as you know, tonight's annual fundraising gala is to help us, our temple, help you to a renewed new year of spirituality, and connection, and well-being. This pandemic has, we're still under a pandemic, but our temple is fully open. Devotees are allowed to visit. We're still continuing YouTube live streams and Zoom sessions where you're able to sponsor and donate to our temple for the various pujas. We're also, like I said, the temple is open back to normal visiting hours. The temple prasadam, the kitchen is open as well. So operations are pretty much back to pre-pandemic. The only requirement is we ask all devotees 2 years and older to wear a mask. Speaking of masks, myself and Veda, we do have our masks. When we step away from the podium, everyone in this room, all 4 people here, are all masked up. We also mask ourselves up in compliance with not only our temple policy, but also Prince George's County policy as well. So looking ahead. Sorry. So like I said before, we do have a $10,000 anonymous matching donor. So any funds reach, we receive up to $10,000 will be matched by that donor. And please visit, like mentioned before, tinyurl.com/SSVT-pledge, as well as biddingforgood.com/SSVT to participate in our auction. Thank you.
I'm Krishna Bapanan, and I'm the chairman of Sri Shiva Vishnu Temple in Lanham, Maryland. Hope you and your family are keeping safe. As we all know, COVID has been a factor in all our lives this year. We hope and pray that it is less of a factor next year. SSVT greatly appreciates your continued support to SSVT despite the challenges presented by the COVID-19 pandemic. Despite the pandemic, SSVT has strived to continue operations and to provide puja services for its devotees. Management strived hard to keep the temple open for devotee darshan. Last night, many of you witnessed devotee participatory puja, and this morning a special puja. Devotee services in the areas of religious, cultural, educational and community service is a top priority for SSVT. We are always looking for your feedback. On behalf of SSVT Board of Trustees, it is my pleasure and honor to personally welcome you and your family to participate in the annual fundraiser for the year 2021. We have an exhilarating program this evening with Padma Bhushan Chitraji presenting light music in all South Indian languages and Hindi. Equally exciting is the fusion music by YouTube phenomenon Mahesh Raghav and Party. This is a unique presentation where Mahesh will play music on iPad using a special software. All these are pre-recorded. They're extremely captivating. So please sit down and watch the show. Additionally, we have updates on temple projects, keynote speeches, auctions, etc. Your generous contributions ensure a continuity of services to all, and we thank you for your contribution. You will have many opportunities during this program to pledge or donate, so please keep it coming. Thank you for your attention.
You just heard from board chairperson Krishna Bapanan, Krishna Uncle, as I call him, has served on our temple trustee as a temple trustee for the past 6 years in various capacities, including as vice chairperson of operations, and then this past year as chairperson. He's very involved in our temple. You'll see him almost every weekend doing something or another to help ensure the devotee experience here at a temple is exemplary. Coming up, you will be hearing from Srimati K.S. Chitra. Srimati K.S. Chitra is an Indian playback singer and Carnatic musician. She has held leading roles for over 4 decades in the film world and has recorded over 25,000 songs in 14 Indian and 6 foreign languages. She has collaborated with music composers like A.R. Rahman, Hamid Shaleka, M.M. K. Ravani, and the playback singers like KJ Yasudas and S.P. Balasubramanian, among many others. She is regarded as a cultural icon of Kerala and fondly called as the Melody Queen, Nightingale of South India. K.S. Chitra is the recipient of 6 National Film Awards, 8 Filmfare Awards, and 36 different state film awards. She has won film awards from all 4 South Indian states. This year, she was awarded the Padma Bhushan Award and the Padma Shri in 2005 for her valuable contributions toward the Indian musical fraternity. This evening, she will be joined by K.K. Nishad, who is a well-sought-out playback singer and composer from Kerala.
Later, we'll be hearing from Mahesh Raghavan and his team. Mahesh Raghavan is a Carnatic music fusion artist trained in Carnatic vocal music and keyboards for over 15 years. He has over 476,000 YouTube subscribers, including nearly 78 million unique views. He is known for playing Carnatic music on an iPad on an app named GeoShred. Shravan Sridhar is a Carnatic vocalist and accomplished violinist, equally at ease with a myriad of genres like blues, country, rock and roll, electronica, Western classical, and even metal. Shravan Sridhar is accompanying Mahesh on electric violin. Sharanya Srinivas is an Indian vocalist and Tamil films playback singer. She gives many live performances with her band and musicians catering to different genres. Akshay Ananthapadmanabhan from New Jersey is an established mridangam player trained under Subhash Chandran and has been working with Mahesh for the last several years. They usually try to incorporate some Indian film elements into the Western pop as well as portray fusion in that respect as well. The Despacito and pop television series medley are purely Western, and The Shape of You and BTS medleys are Western pop songs along with a medley of Indian film songs. The first three songs for this evening are a Malayalam duet called Karmukil Varnante by Chitra from the movie Nandanam. Next is the Tamil solo called Ededo Yennam Valarte from the movie Punagai Mannam featuring actors Kamal Hassan and Devotee, music direction by Ilayaraja. The third song is Nadeem Beam Tana. It's a Kannada solo from the hit movie Galiparta starring Rajesh Krishnan and Bhavna Rao with music by Hari Krishna. The song was filmed in the beautiful Kadachadri Hills of Korg district in Karnataka.
So sit back, enjoy, and we'll see you again shortly.
Welcome to tonight's virtual fundraising gala for Sri Shiva Vishnu Temple. I am Chitra and I am happy and excited to perform for all of you tonight to support your temple. I will be joined by Mr. K.K. Nishad, who is a very popular playback singer in the Malayalam music industry. He was a maths lecturer by profession. Because of his passion for music, he has resigned that job and now he's a full-time musician. We have Mr. Biju Paulos on keyboards, Mr. Shashikumar on flute, Mr. Derek on rhythm pads, and Mr. Shrutiraj on tabla and mridangam in the orchestra. The temple appreciates your generous support over the years but is looking to you to support the temple again as we look forward to a renewed new year of spirituality, connection and well-being. I hope you enjoy this evening's performance. Sit back, enjoy, and please consider donating or making a pledge to support the temple. Thank you.
അണയാതിരിച്ചും കാർമുകിൽ വർണ്ണന്റെ ചുണ്ടിൽ ചേരുമോടക്കുഴലിൻ്റെ ഉള്ളിൽ വീണുറങ്ങുന്നൊരു ശ്രീരാഗമേ നിന്നെ പുൽകിയുണർത്താൻ മറന്നു കണ്ണു കാർമുകിൽ വർണ്ണന്റെ ചുണ്ടിൽ.
Listen. I want to try something because of the echo. I want to make sure that the audio is not being cut.
നിന്റെ നന്ദന വൃന്ദാവനത്തിൽ പൂക്കും പാരിജാതത്തിൻ്റെ കൊമ്പിൽ നിന്റെ നന്ദന വൃന്ദാവനത്തിൽ പൂക്കും പാരിജാതത്തിൻ്റെ കൊമ്പിൽ വരും ജന്മത്തിലെങ്കിലും ശൗരി ഒരു പൂവായി വിരിയാൻ കാൽക്കൽ വീണൊഴിയുവാൻ കഴിഞ്ഞുവെങ്കിൽ കാർമുകിൽ വർണ്ണന്റെ ചുണ്ടിൽ ചേരുമോടക്കുഴലിൻ്റെ ഉള്ളിൽ വീണുറങ്ങുന്നൊരു ശ്രീരാഗമേ നിന്നെ പുൽകിയുണർത്താൻ മറന്നു കണ്ണൻ കൃഷ്ണ 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 കാർമുകിൽ വർണ്ണന്റെ ചുണ്ടിൽ ചേരുമോടക്കുഴലിൻ്റെ ഏതേതോ എണ്ണം വളർത്തി ഉൻ കയ്യിൽ എന്നെ കൊടുത്തേ நீதானே புன்னகை மன்னன் உன்றாணி நானே பண்பாடும் பாடகன் நீ உன்றாகம் நானே ஏதேதோ எண்ணம் வளர்த்தே சில காலமாய் நானும் சிறை வாழ்கிறேன் உன்னை பார்த்ததால் தானே உயிர் வாழ்கிறேன் தூக்கம் விழிக்கிறேன் பூக்கள் வளர்க்கிறேன் சில பூக்கள் தானே மலர்கின்றது பல பூக்கள் ஏனோ உதிர்கின்றது பதில் என்ன கூற பூவும் நானும் வேறு ஏதேதோ எண்ணம் வளர்த்தே ನದೀಂ ಧೀಂ ತನಾ ನದೀಂ ಧೀಂ ತನಾ ಮಧುರ ಪ್ರೇಮದ ಮೊದಲ ತಲ್ಲಣ ಧನ್ಯಾಲಿಂಗನ ನದೀಂ ಧೀಂ ತನಾ ನದೀಂ ಧೀಂ ತನಾ ಮಧುರ ಪ್ರೇಮದ ಮೊದಲ ತಲ್ಲಣ ಧನ್ಯ ಆಲಿಂಗನ ತಾಕಿಟ ತರಿಕಿಟ ಎನ್ನುತ್ತಿದೆ ಈ ಹೃದಯ ಮೃದಂಗ ಸುಂದರ ಮಾನಸ ಸರೋವರದಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೇಮ ತರಂಗ ಈ ಕಣ್ಣಿನ ಕವನ ಓದೋ ಹುಡುಗ ನದೀಂ ಧೀಂತನ ನದೀಂ ಧೀಂತನ ಮಧುರ ಪ್ರೇಮದ ಮೊದಲ ತಲ್ಲಣ ಧನ್ಯ ಆಲಿಂಗನ ಮೊದಲ ಹೆಜ್ಜೆಗೆ ಏನೋ ಕಂಪನ ಏನಿ ರೋಮಾಂಚನ ಪ್ರೇಮದ ಸರಿ ಗಮ ಸ್ವರ ತಾಳದ ಕೊಳದಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಡುತ್ತ ತಿಲಾಡುತ್ತ ಜ್ವರವೇರಿಸು ಮಳೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದೂರಲ್ಲಿ ರಾಜ ರಾಣಿ 100 ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಹೆತ್ತ ಕಥೆಗೆ ದುಂಡು ಮುಖದ ರಾಜಕುಮಾರ ಕೋಟೆ ದಾಟಿ ಬಂದ ಕಥೆಗೆ ನಾಯಕ ನೀನೇ ಆ ಚಂದ ಮಾವ ಕಥೆಗೆ ನಾಯಕಿನ ನದೀಂ ಧೀಂತನ ನದೀಂ ಧೀಂತನ ಮಧುರ ಪ್ರೇಮದ ಮೊದಲ ತಲ್ಲಣ ಧನ್ಯ ಆಲಿಂಗನ ಮೊದಲ ಹೆಜ್ಜೆಗೆ ಏನೋ ಕಂಪನ ಏನಿ ರೋಮಾಂಚನ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ತಿಳಿ ತಿಳಿ ನಾನಾದದ ಪದಗಳನ್ನು ಸೋಲುವೆ ಪ್ರತಿ ಕ್ಷಣ ನನ್ನ ಮನದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ನಿದ್ದೆ ಬರದ ಕಣ್ಣ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೈಯ ಮುಗಿವೆ ಚುಂಬಿಸುವೊಮ್ಮೆ ನಾನನ್ನ ಚಿನ್ನಗುವ ವೇಳೆ ಮಲ್ಲೆ ಹೂವ ಮುಡಿಸುವೊಮ್ಮೆ ನಾನು ಭೂಮಿ ಆವರಿಸು ಸುರಿವ ಮಳೆಯಂತೆ ನನ್ನ ನದೀಂ ಧೀಂತನ ನದೀಂ ಧೀಂತನ ಮಧುರ ಪ್ರೇಮದ ಮೊದಲ ತಲ್ಲಣ ಧನ್ಯ ಆಲಿಂಗನ ತಾಕಿಟ್ಟ ತರಿಕಿಟ್ಟ ಎನ್ನುತ್ತಿದೆ ಈ ಹೃದಯ ಮೃದಂಗ ಸುಂದರ ಮಾನಸ ಸರೋವರದಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೇಮ ತರಂಗ ಈ ಕಣ್ಣಿನ ಕವನ ಓದೋ ಹುಡುಗ
Namaste. I'm Jagdish Yellappu. I have been coming to this temple since 6 years. I feel the sanctity in this temple surroundings is most among all the temples I visited in this DMV area, and this temple I feel is the reason to keep the Hinduism tradition going forward to the next generations living in DMV area. So, and I come to this temple for 1.5 hour drive each way, but this is the temple I feel.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Namaste, dear devotees. On behalf of Sri Shiva Vishnu Temple General Council and Governance Board, I welcome you all to our annual fundraising gala program this evening. I am Dr. Rajagopal Rao Tripurneni, President of the Governance Board. For the continued safety of our devotees, SSVT is holding this year's fundraising event online or Zoom, as was done last year. Despite the pandemic-related challenges, SSVT has continued to operate and provide puja services for all its devotees. Your contributions have been critical to ensure continuity of our services. I sincerely appreciate your support. As our BOT chairperson, Krishna Bapanad, will discuss in detail your contributions directly support some strategic priorities and several mini projects for near term that were put on hold because of the pandemic situation. They include renovation of priest residences and enhancing their living conditions. Your generous donations towards the renovation of the priest residences will be greatly appreciated. This way, you will indirectly be supporting the cause of preserving Hindu Dharma for posterity. Yet another important near-term need is to generate the necessary funds to implement the perimeter and internal security for protection and safety of our priests and administrative staff, our devotees, and all the volunteers. Our fundraising event this evening is therefore to request your donations and sponsorship to help address two priorities, as I mentioned earlier. In addition to the pledges and straight donations, you can also participate in our online auction on biddingforgood.com/SSVT, where we have floor-side Washington Wizard basketball tickets and Washington Capitol hockey tickets. We also have numerous sarees, clothing items, jewelry up for auction. Please participate and support our temple. As the main highlight, we have Grand Light Music Concert performed by Padma Bhushan Srimati K.S. Chitra, a household name across India and the Indian diaspora the world over. She is accompanied by K.K. Shah. An added attraction is the fusion music entertainment by youth icon Mahesh Raghavan. Mahesh plays Carnatic music on the iPad. This fundraiser would not have been possible without untiring efforts of SSVT volunteers, Board of Trustees, General Council members, committee members, and SSVT staff. For that, I am deeply thankful. I thank you for your continued support of our temple, and no amount is small. Please contribute as you please, and I thank you all again. May our SSVT deities continue to bless each and every one of you and your families with health, prosperity, and success. I wish you all a happy new year. Thank you very much. Namaste.
Thank you, Dr. Rao, for that pitch as well. As you've seen, and I hope you guys enjoyed the performance by Srimati K.S. Chitra and Party So Far. I know I did, as well as that speech by Dr. Rao, one of our former trustees and staunch supporter of our temple. Speaking of Dr. Rao, do sincerely appreciate his pledge of this evening and contribution to support our temple into the new year. So thank you to you, your wife, and your family for your contribution. So coming back to our event this evening, just like what you saw now, a performance by Srimati K.S. Chitra, you will see a performance by Mahesh Raghavan, as well as other speeches and testimonials from various devotees that have come to our temple over the past year. To give you an idea of how our temple is doing, how it is today, if you and when you visit our temple as well. So, as a reminder, please visit biddingforgood.com/SSVT to check onto auction. Numerous saris. I learned so much about saris because I'm the one who actually put that website together, like uploaded all the items. So I was asking my mom various questions. What is this? What is that? And hope that information is useful one day. But for right now, that was again to the auction team. Thank you for soliciting all those donations and the contributions, as well as to the donors. I know it was a tall order, somewhat remote situation. But I think the platform that we're using for the auction is really intuitive. If someone outbids you, you get immediately notified, things like that. Also visit tinyurl.com/SSVT-Gala. We have a scroll bar or a bar that's measuring donations and contributions, which is being updated as I speak. There's two Padmanti and Wasmangal are working on updating that site. So any pledges, any contributions that you submit tonight will be updated and reflective of those special projects. Speaking of special projects, over the course of the next year, our temple is going to be fundraising for various, like I said, special projects, small-scale projects. Those include, like for example, the priest's home. As you know, the upkeep of homes is required in order to comply not only with county regulations, but as well as just for the general welfare of the tenants, the priests staying in the home. So money will be allocated towards that. Funds will also be allocated towards a new initiative that we're starting called the Priest Children Education Fund. The Education Fund, as you know, a lot of priests have high school going and some college going students, college age students, and to help alleviate with some of the costs, not straight up paying their tuition, but to help alleviate some of the costs with textbooks, room and board, transportation, things like that. We've established this fund where you can directly give to the priest's family, to the priest and the student as they get into college. Meda, I'm sure that's something you would have appreciated. So, Meda, I guess I'll take it off to you.
Sure, so we'll introduce the next few songs. The next three songs are going to be fusion songs. The first one is Atilana in Ragam Dvijavanti. Next is Despacito, a song originally performed by the artists Luis Fonsi and Daddy Yankee. And then next will be the Shape of You medley featuring the worldwide hit song Shape of You, as well as the following songs: Kannodu Kanbatelam, Attention, which is an English pop song, Singara Velane Deva, and Urvashi Urvashi, and Tujhe Dekha To Ye Jana. After that, there will be three more light music songs. First one is a Telugu duet called Abani Tiyani Debba from the 1990 fantasy film named Jagadeka Virudu Atiloka Sundari with Chiranjeevi and Sridevi and music scored by Ilayaraja. Next is a Hindi solo song called Madhuban Mein by Nishad, originally sung by Mohammed Rafi from the 60s film Kohinoor. Then the last one will be Kuda Jadriel. It's a Malayalam solo from the movie Neela Kadambu with music scored by Ravindan.
So sit back, enjoy.
Namaste to the devotees and supporters of Sri Shiva Vishnu Temple. We are called Carnatic 2.0 and we are thrilled to be performing for the Sri Shiva Vishnu Temple 2021 Annual Fundraiser Gala. So before we begin, introduce the band. We have the wonderful Shravan Sridhar on the electric violin. We have Sharanya Srinivas on vocals and Akshay Ananta Padmanabhan on mridangam. My name is Mahesh Raghavan, and I will be playing Carnatic fusion music on the iPad, and I use an app called GeoShred. So, we will be performing Carnatic fusion music, Indian-style covers of pop music, as well as some Indian film music.
What would have been an in-person annual fundraising dinner has turned out to be a virtual online event because of course, the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. But the good news is that we are truly happy to entertain all of you, even though we're not with you in person. So please do sit back and relax and enjoy the rest of this musical evening and tonight from the comfort of your own homes.
So before we begin tonight's performance, I encourage you all to take this opportunity to pledge or donate generously and support Sri Shiva Vishnu Temple through this difficult time. Your contribution will help the temple for a better tomorrow and a new year of spirituality, connection, and well-being. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, and we hope you enjoy the rest of the evening.
धीं तनन तिल्लान धीं धीं तनन तिल्लान धीं तन धिरन 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 धीं
dum tanana dum dum tarana dum dum magappa.
Dum dum tanana dira na 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 dum dum magasa.
Tagrda dum tanana dira na 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 na.
Tagrda dum tagrda dum tagrda dum 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 tanana na dira na 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 na.
Dum tanana dira na gama gama magama pa magasani pa. Tanana dira na gama gama magama pa magasani pa. Tanana గరి సగమప్ప మమ పప్ప బాబ నిని పప్ప బాబ మమ పప్ప సని బాబ నిని పప్ప బాబ నిని పమ సని ద పమ ని పమ గరి మగరి సని సగ మప ని సా
Namaste, dear devotees. My name is Krishna Bapana and I am the chairperson of the Sri Shiva Vishnu Temple's Board of Trustees. I hope you are all enjoying this evening's performances. I sincerely thank you for your participation and support of our annual fundraiser. It is your generous support that helps us keep the temple operating and provide you with services. As a supporter, you may wonder what the temple does with your contributions. In the spirit of transparency, I would like to provide you with some updates. The first are the capital projects. We have several in progress. First of them is the replacement of the HVAC system. Our HVAC system is almost 30 years old and needs to be replaced before it breaks down. I am happy to report that we have completed the design of the system and hope to put it out to bid in January. It is expected to cost around $1 million. The second is the Sai Mandir project. The Sai Mandir project has been stalled due to some county regulations, which we hope to resolve soon and get going. It is expected to cost around $250,000 to $300,000. In addition to these capital projects in progress, you may have noticed we completed the 18 paddies for Lord Ayyappa made out of Panchaloha recently. It was dedicated to him on November 14th. I hope you have had the chance to participate in this wonderful occasion. It is similar to the one in Sabarimala, and Shiva Vishnu Temple is the only North American temple that has the 18 Panchaloha paddies for our Ayyappa devotees. Your monetary contributions not only support the capital projects, also several smaller projects. For instance, if you came to the temple recently, you would see the temple bloom with flowers and shrubs and trees trimmed. It is because of these dedicated devotees who work tirelessly to make this happen. We need to keep this going, so we need some financial support and your help to do this. In addition, we are trying to install LED lighting, additional security cameras, and additional perimeter improvements. Your contributions will also go towards improving our homes of priests. Separately, we have initiated a Priest Children's Education Fund. As you know, most of these priests have been with us for the last 20 years. Their children have grown up in the shadow of the temple. Many of them are in high school and some in colleges. We need to support the priests in educating their children. In terms of today's contributions, we hope to put 30% towards our operations, another 30% towards these projects, and the remaining 40% towards our endowment fund. I again thank all the trustees, devotees, and volunteers for their contribution to the temple, and thank you all for your generosity. Thank you very much.
అమ్మని నున్నని బుగ్గ ఎంత లేతగా ఉన్నదే మొగ్గ.
అబ్బని తీయని దెబ్బ ఎంత కమ్మగా ఉంది రోయవ్వ.
వయ్యారాల వెల్లువా వాటేస్తుంటే వారేవా.
పురుషుల్లోన పొంగవా పులకింతొస్తే ఆగవా. అబ్బని తీయని దెబ్బ ఎంత కమ్మగా ఉంది రోయవ్వ.
అమ్మని నున్నని బుగ్గ ఎంత లేతగా ఉన్నదే మొగ్గ. చిటపట నడుముల ఒప్పులో ఒక ఇరుసున వరసలు కలవగా.
ముసిరిన కసి కసి వయసులో ఒక ఎదన సపదని సకలవుగా.
కాదంటూనే కలబడు అది లేదంటూనే ముడిపడు.
ఏమంటున్నా మదనుడు తెగ ప్రేమించగా వదలడు.
చూస్తా సొగసు కోస్తా వయసు నిలబడు కౌగిట.
అబ్బని తీయని దెబ్బ ఎంత కమ్మగా ఉంది రోయవ్వ.
అమ్మని నున్నని బుగ్గ ఎంత లేదగా ఉన్నదే మొగ్గ.
పురుషుల్లోన పొంగవా పులకింతొస్తే ఆగవా.
వయ్యారాల వెల్లువా వాటేస్తుంటే వారేవా.
అబ్బని తీయని దెబ్బ ఎంత కమ్మగా ఉంది రోయవ్వ.
అమ్మని నున్నని బుగ్గ ఎంత లేతగా ఉన్నదే మొగ్గ.
అడగక అడిగినదేమిటో లిపి చిలిపిగా ముదిరిన కవితగా.
అది విని అదిమిన షోకులో ఉరి విడిచిన నెమలికి సవదిగా.
నావి పెదవులు అవి నీడైనాయి మధువులు.
రెండున్నాయి తనువులు అవి రేపవ్వాలి మనువులు.
వస్తా వలచి వస్తా మనకు ముదిరిను ముచ్చట. అబ్బని తీయని దెబ్బ ఎంత కమ్మగా ఉంది రోయవ్వ.
అమ్మని నున్నని బుగ్గ ఎంత లేతగా ఉన్నదే మొగ్గ.
పురుషుల్లోన పొంగవా పులకింతొస్తే ఆగవా.
వయ్యారాల వెల్లువా వాటేస్తుంటే వారేవా.
అబ్బని తీయని దెబ్బ ఎంత కమ్మగా ఉంది రోయవ్వ.
అమ్మని నున్నని బుగ్గ ఎంత లేతగా ఉన్నదే మొగ్గ. मधुबन में राधिका नाचे रे, मधुबन में राधिका नाचे रे, गिरधर की मुरलिया बाजे रे। गिरधर की मुरलिया मधुबन में राधिका नाचे रे। पग में खूंगर बांध के आ आ आ पग में खूंगर बांध के घुंघटा मुख पर डाल के नैनन में कजरा लगा के रे मधुबन मेरा ठिकाना चेरे। दौलत छम छम कामनी आ आ दौलत छम छम कामनी चमकत जैसे दामनी चंचल प्यारी छब लागे रे मधुबन मेरा ठिकाना चेरे। गिरधर की मुरलिया बाजे रे मधुबन मेरा ठिकाना चेरे। मृदंग बाजे तिरिकट थुम ताता मृदंग बाजे तिरिकट थुम ताता नचक झुम झुम तथई तथई तथा झुम झुम छननन झुम झुम छननन कांत कांत कांता तथा मधुबन मेरा ठिकाना चेरे। निसरी सगरी मग प मद बनि द ज नि रि स नि द म म द नि स रि द म म प ग म द प ग म रि स मधुबन मेरा ठिकाना चेरे। सा स स नि द म म प द प ग म रि स नि रि स स ग म प प नि द स मधुबन मेरा ठिकाना चेरे। ओदे नाद्र दृत्ता नि द रे धीम धीम तन नाद्र दृत्ता नि द रे धीम धीम तन नाद्र दृत्ता नि द रे धीम धीम तन नाद्र दृत्ता नि द रे धीम ओ दृदाना धृ दृदाना धृ 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 धोम धृ 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 धात्रिकट तग धोम त्रिकट तग तिरिकट धा धा रे नाद्र दृत्ता नि द ओदे नाद्र दृत्ता नि द ओदे नाद्र दृत्ता नि द रे धीम द रे धीम द रे धीम।
കൂട്ടജാദ്രിയിൽ കുടികൊള്ളും മഹേശ്വരി ഗുണദായിനി സർവശുഭകാരിണി കൂടജാദ്രിയിൽ കുടികൊള്ളും മഹേശ്വരി ഗുണദായിനി സർവശുഭകാരിണി കാതര ഹൃദയ സരോവര നിറുകയിൽ പുദയാങ്കുലിയാകൂ മംഗളമന്ദസ്മിതം തൂകൂ കുടജാദ്രിയിൽ കുടികൊള്ളും सर्वशुभकारिणी नादात्मिके मूकाम्बिके आदिपराशक्तिनी नादात्मिके देवी मूकाम्बिके सूर्योदयं तीर्कु കൂട്ടജാദ്രിയിൽ കുടികൊള്ളും മഹേശ്വരി ഗുണദായിനി സർവശുഭകാരിണി विद्याविलासिनी वरवर्णिनी शिवकामेश्वरी जननी विद्याविलासिनी वरवर्णिनी शिवकामेश्वरी जननी ഒരു ദുഃഖബിന്ദുവായി മാറുന്ന ജീവിതം കരുണാമയമാക്കൂ ഹൃദയം സൗപർണികയാക്കൂ കൂട്ടജാദ്രിയിൽ കുടികൊള്ളും മഹേശ്വരി ഗുണദായിനി സർവശുഭകാരിണി കാതര ഹൃദയ സരോവര നിറുകയിൽ ഉദയാങ്കുലിയാകൂ മംഗളമന്ദസ്മിതം തൂകൂ കൂട്ടജാദ്രിയിൽ കുടികൊള്ളും മഹേശ്വരി ഗുണദായിനി സർവശുഭകാരിണി
Namaskaram, this is Geeta and Kalyan. We live in Fairfax, Virginia. We've been here for about 20 years or so now. The best part in coming to the temple is when you feel like you want to go see your mom. You see your mother, you get energy. All your worries are gone. This temple, whether east, west, north or south, that just gives the peace, the strength. Anyone and everyone must visit this temple, and all ages also, whether young or old, come here to receive that vibration, that positive energy that is there in every stone, every corner of this temple. I really come here for that.
I hope you're enjoying this evening's performances. Up next, we'll be hearing from Dr. Vivek Murthy, our keynote speaker. But before I get to that, Padmanti just handed me an updated slip just now. I have it right here. So we've received, over the course of the night, I believe $15,000 realized for the priest improvement of the priest's home. We've also received a $1,000 pledge towards the Priest Children Education Fund. So please, like we've mentioned tonight, go to tinyurl.com/ssvt-pledge to make your contributions and pledges for this year, next year, and the year after. And As mentioned previously in other venues before, your tax-deductible donation will go towards helping us help you to a renewed new year of spirituality, connection, and well-being. As I mentioned, Dr. Vivek Murthy, U.S. Surgeon General, will be our keynote speaker for this evening. Dr. Vivek Murthy served as the 19th U.S. Surgeon General from December 15, 2014 to April 2017, and again as the 21st U.S. Surgeon General from the beginning of this year, from early March. Although born in West Yorkshire, England, to immigrant parents from Karnataka, India, Dr. Murthy was raised in the great city of Miami, Florida. Dr. Murthy graduated magna cum laude in biochemical sciences from Harvard University and received his MD and MBA degrees from Yale School of Medicine and Yale School of Management, respectively. He completed his internal residency at Brigham and Women's Hospital in Boston and later joined the Harvard Medical School as faculty in internal medicine. In 2008, Dr. Murthy founded and served as on the board as founded Doctors of America, a group of over 15,000 physicians and medical students supporting high-quality, affordable healthcare for all. Dr. Murthy is married to Dr. Alice Chan. They have a son and daughter and live in the DC area.
Thank you for the opportunity to join you on this special day as we celebrate the Sri Shiva Vishnu Temple and the extraordinary contributions you have made to the community. Each day, you help people feel connected to their faith and to each other, and especially during a pandemic that has led many of us to lose loved ones and to be separated from one another, this connection you are fostering could not be more important. My mother was my earliest spiritual teacher. Some of my earliest memories were doing pujas with my mother, singing bhajans with our community, and reading scriptures and the life stories of teachers like Vivekananda and Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. But I also remember my mother talking to me about temples, the ones she grew up visiting and the ones she wanted to visit. Temples were a force to bring people together based on shared values and common hopes. That is what she and my father taught me. But we didn't have a temple growing up in Miami, Florida. So they set about creating a community movement to build such a temple so that my sister and I and other children would have a foundation for faith and community. Even to this day, every time I visit the Shiva Vishnu Temple in South Florida, I'm reminded how powerful an impact temples make in communities. I'm particularly grateful for the Sri Shiva Vishnu Temple in Maryland because I have two special memories here. The first was coming here with my mother, father, and sister the day before my confirmation vote in 2014 to serve as Surgeon General. And the second was bringing my son Tejas to the temple the day he turned 1. For the service that you have provided to the community for 37 years, for the spiritual foundation that you continue to provide for thousands of people, I just want to say thank you. People's lives are better because of you. Your work could not be more important, and I am grateful for you. My thanks to you and my best wishes as well for many more years of community and impact.
A big hello to all the devotees of Sri Shiva Vishnu Temple. I hope you're all enjoying tonight's performance. Along with Chitra ji and the team at SSVT, we sincerely thank you for your contributions throughout the evening.
The night is still young, so please make sure to consider donating if you haven't donated already yet. Also, please do check out the online auction. There are some really cool items available in the auction. Thank you and continue to enjoy the rest of the evening.
My name is Bharat. I live in Central Virginia. I've been visiting SSVT for the last 15-16 years now. At least I used to visit every week or month quite some time, but after this pandemic at least once in 2 to 3 months. I love this temple because from day one it gets me back to the temples I used to visit and back home in Tamil Nadu. So the authenticity and things that have been done here makes me very close there. I love to come here and I all like the pujas and things being done over here.
Hi Shiva Vishnu Temple devotees and friends. I hope you are enjoying the evening festivities. Sri Shiva Vishnu Temple continues to sustain itself from contributions from its donors. Your contribution not only supports the priest and the staff, it helps with religious, educational, and cultural programming throughout the year. Since the start of COVID-19 pandemic, the temple has live-streamed numerous religious festivals and cultural performances by artists across the region. On behalf of the team at Sri Shiva Vishnu Temple, I thank you for your contributions this evening. Keep your donations and pledges coming. Encourage your friends and family to contribute. No amount is too small. Thank you.
അമ്പലപ്പുഴേ ഉണ്ണിക്കണ്ണനോടു നീ എന്തു പരിഭവം മെല്ലയോതി വന്നു. കൽവിളക്കുകൾ പാതി മിന്നി നിൽക്കവേ എന്തു നൽകുവാൻ എന്നെ കാത്തു നിന്നു നീ. അമ്പലപ്പുഴേ ഉണ്ണിക്കണ്ണനോടു നീ എന്തു പരിഭവം മെല്ലയോതി വന്നുവോ. തിരുനാടകശാലയിൽ ചേർന്നു നിൽക്കും നാലാളറിയെ കൈപിടിക്കും. തിരുനാടകശാലയിൽ ചേർന്നു നിൽക്കും. യമുനാ നദിയായി കുളിരലയിളകും നിലവിൽ അമ്പലപ്പുഴേ ഉണ്ണിക്കണ്ണനോടു നീ എന്തു പരിഭവം മെല്ലയോതി വന്നുവോ. പെണ്ണായി നീ വരുമ്പോൾ നല്ലോലക്കുടയിൽ ഞാൻ കൂട്ടുനിൽക്കാം. വേളി പെണ്ണായി നീ വരുമ്പോൾ നല്ലോലക്കുടയിൽ ഞാൻ കൂട്ടുനിൽക്കാം. തുളസീദലമായി തിരുമലരടികളിൽ വീണൻ അമ്പലപ്പുഴേ ഉണ്ണിക്കണ്ണനോടു നീ എന്തു പരിഭവം മെല്ലയോതി വന്നുവോ. കൽവിളക്കുകൾ പാതി മിന്നി നിൽക്കവേ എന്തു നൽകുവാൻ എന്നെ കാത്തു നിന്നു നീ.
തൃപ്രസാദവും മൗന ചുംബനങ്ങളും പങ്കുവയ്ക്കുവാനോടി വന്നതാണു ഞാൻ. രാഗചന്ദനം നിന്റെ നെറ്റിയിൽ തൊടാൻ ഗോപകന്യയായോടി വന്നതാണു ഞാൻ.
I hope you've been enjoying this evening's performances. Again, so far, again, Srimati K.S. Chitra, Mahesh Raghavan and his team, they're really, really exemplary performers that, you know, I'm thoroughly enjoying myself listening to them as well. Wanted to give you guys an update on fundraising for the evening. At the beginning of the program, I did mention we've realized $40,000 from the course of the year, from pledges from last year and so forth. So far, I believe another $30,000 has been raised over the course of the past hour. So that's a total of $70,000 that we have raised for our annual fundraising gala. This is not including the Bidding for Good auction site, biddingforgood.com/SSVT. From there, I'd like to thank, we'd like to thank Gold City Jewelers, Ethnic Silver Palace, Mary Kay Cosmetics, Artisans Gallery, and of course the many, many, many devotees and donors and volunteers to help make the auction possible. We are going to be heading into a 5-minute intermission. Unlike last year, we do not have any breakout sessions planned, so there's no need to jump up or anything of that sort. So we will be going into a 5-minute intermission, and then we'll be joining back up thereafter. So sit back, this is your chance to get up, walk around, check on the dog, and so forth. So thank you. I hope you guys had a good intermission. I know we all took a step out and, you know, got some fresh air from inside the basement of the temple. But anyway, we're getting back to our program now. So I've grown up with the temple. If you guys have attended last year's program, I also co-hosted this this event. So over the past 2 years, I've kind of taken another role at the temple by being a trustee. And I've heard questions all the time, what is a trustee? What do they do? So trustees, there's 17 of us. We all have a responsibility for the temple in the sense of creating and establishing policies and protocols that help the devotee experience. So for example, this year we established, like I mentioned before, that you can donate and contribute to the Priest Children Education Fund. A lot of our priests, they have studied extremely well back in India to become the esteemed priests that they are today. Their children, born and raised here, just like me and Maida, went to school, public school, and K through 12, and now they're going on to college. So that's a similar experience that I've had. But as a trustee, we realize that this is a need with our priests, for our staff, the cost of education going to college. So this year, under our chairperson, Krishna Bapanand, we established this fund with the intent of helping alleviate some of those costs. Education is really important. That's the stepping stone to a better life and improved situations. So we realized that as a board, and we established this program. Also this year, the temple premises, the temple grounds, the children's playground, volunteers came together over the course of the year, and on many weekends throughout the summer heat, the spring rainy season, and even now in the fall, they helped clean up various areas of the temple grounds. So when devotees come here, they have a place to spend outside as well, not just inside the temple. So again, the temple is for the future, for myself, for Maida, and for everyone thereafter. So we're helping, our intent is to, again, by your donations, your contributions, you're going to help us, help you to a renewed new year of spirituality, connection, and well-being. Just want to give you some fundraising updates. We did receive a $25,000 pledge in the past few minutes during intermission for the upcoming year. Sincerely thank that donor for that pledge. And yeah,
Thank you, Andrew. So now I want to talk about the 4 pillars of the temple, which are religious, cultural, education, and social service. Regarding religion, the temple often hosts pujas, festivals, daily abhishekams, and has priest services where priests can go to people's houses to conduct religious festivals and services. With cultural festivals, there are a variety of music and dance programs hosted by the temple, very often including aradhanas from many different composers. With education, there's an education room in the temple where devotees can come and take classes about a number of different subjects, including dharma and yoga. There's also a collection of multimedia here where people can come in and learn about different topics regarding Hinduism. And finally, with social service, the temple donates food, often to food kitchens and the local community. There were a lot of services done during COVID-19, and then this past year, volunteers were able to come and help improve the temple grounds to help maintain, upkeep the temple. So going back to the music, the songs that you just heard were fusion songs, Marubartha from the Tamil movie, Ennai Noki Payam Tota by Sid Sriram, and also the BTS film song medley, which consisted of Channa Mereya, breakup song Kabira, Afreen Afreen, Puvupul, Olin Tirikam, and Lamborghini. The next songs that will be played are some more light music, including Sithamma Vakitlo, which is a Telugu duet from the 2013 comedy film Sithamma Vakitlo Sinimale Chettu. This movie stars Venkatesh, Mahesh Babu, and Anjali, music scored by Manish Sharma. The next song will be Kehna Hi Kya, which is a multilingual solo from the movie Bombay, starring Arvind Swamy and Manish Koirala, with music scored by A.R. Rahman. And the final song will be Anjali Anjali, which is a Tamil duet from the 1994 movie Duet.
Shanamayappa, Swami Shanamayappa, Swami Sharana. My name is Manoj and I live in Elkhart City, Maryland. From 2005, I'm visiting this temple and I'm blessed. You know, we have Ayappa Murti here and all over US, most of the US and Canada. So most of the people come here for the Mandalam and, you know, they come in the bus and everywhere. And they celebrate here Ayappa, Makara Jyoti, Mandalam and everything. So this temple is so powerful and we think this is the US Shabarimala.
Namaste, dear devotees. My name is Uma Patarazu. And I am Anjana Sriram. On behalf of SSVT management, we sincerely appreciate your continued support towards our temple. We sincerely thank you for your contributions, time and money from the bottom of our hearts. Your contributions help support the temple operations. These contributions have been critical in the past, now, and will be in the future towards maintaining our temple. Thank you all.
Namaskaram. My name is Shekhar Narsuman and I have been associated with the Sri Shiva Vishnu Temple for over 37 years, since the Balalaya Pratishtapana. I'm actually known more in the temple as Charu's husband, which by the way is perfectly fine with me. In fact, it's an honor. I hope you're having an absolutely great time. This room is filled with volunteers who are working their heart out for this event. And Manju, Megha, you represent the future of the temple. And your presence here and sitting here and doing this just tells us how important this is. In a period of change and uncertainty, there really is only one constant, and that is our faith. It has to be faith, but it is symbolized so dramatically when you turn on Cipriano Road and you look at the visage of the temple, and most importantly, you come and see this majestic Rajagopura. And you have to stand there in awe as the clouds float by and ask, how did this thing happen? Who built this? It is for the ages. That is the most important thing. So how reassuring it is to have this temple in troubling times, particularly, both individually and otherwise. The temple is perpetual, so it'll be here when we are gone. And therefore, we have to sustain it and make sure that it is sustained. To do that, it takes your support, all kinds of support. You must visit, you must bring your family, you must bring your friends, you must volunteer, you must bring your children. And you have to help us innovate as we've entered this new digital age. And today, the imperative, you have to support us financially. The temple operates, exists for you and for us, and it exists and operates on the basis of your donations. So there are many ways to do this. So if you want to support the temple and its future and your legacy, support the SSVT endowment by sponsoring a lifetime puja today. If you want to support the temple's operations and make sure that every day, not only are the lights on, but everybody's here and it's vibrant, then sponsor an annual puja today. And very importantly, if you want to keep the temple's facilities vibrant, modern, every day, and not allow obsolescence, support the capital fund. We have many needs. Remember, the temple is 37 years old, and we're all 37 years older and need that sustenance and that continued improvement. And finally, to salute the present. We have to say this temple, our temple, your temple, it came through shining during this period of uncertainty. And I know we're not through the complete darkness of COVID, but this temple, because of the board of trustees, the volunteers, the priests, the managers, and most importantly, you, our devotees, we have come through shining. We continue to be that beacon as you turn that corner on Cipriano Road and see the white reflecting the ground. You say to yourself, this is why I come here, because there is inspiration, there's peace. So help us manage this change, help us innovate, help us bring in that next generation. And please keep it up today by going to the website and making that donation for an annual puja, for a lifetime puja, a general donation, or for the capital fund. Charu and I are just pleased, thrilled, and excited to be part of this adventure to create something for our children. And Padma, you can add 5,001 to your donations from us. And I certainly hope, ladies and gentlemen, that you help us get to our goals today. Please do. Thank you.
ఏకువలోన గోదారి ఎరుపెక్కింది, ఆ ఎరుపేమో గోరింట పంటయింది. ఏకువలోన గోదారి ఎరుపెక్కింది, ఆ ఎరుపేమో గోరింట పంటయింది.
పండిన చేతికిన్నో సిగ్గులొచ్చి ఆహా సిగ్గంత చీరగట్టింది. చీరల్లో చందమామ ఎవరమ్మా, ఆ గుమ్మ సీతమ్మ. సీతమ్మ వాకిట్లో సిరిమల్లె చెట్టు, సిరిమల్లె చెట్టేమో విరగబూసింది. కొమ్మ కదలకుండా కొయ్యండి పూలు, కోసినవన్నీ సీత కొప్పు జుట్టండి. కొప్పుల పూలు గుప్పి తంతెందుకండి, కోదండ రామయ్య వస్తున్నాడండి.
రాణే వచ్చాడో యమ్మ రామయ్య, వస్తు చేశాడో యమ్మ ఏదో మాయా. రాణే వచ్చాడో యమ్మ రామయ్య, వస్తు చేశాడో యమ్మ ఏదో మాయా.
సీతకి రాముడి సొంతమయ్యే చోటిది, నేలతో ఆకాశం వీయముందే వేళిది. మూడు ముళ్ళు వేస్తే మూడు లోకాలకి ముచ్చటొచ్చినమ్మా. ఏడు అంగలేస్తే ఏడు జన్మాలకి వీడది సీతమ్మ. సీతమ్మ వాకిట్లో సిరిమల్లె చెట్టు, సిరిమల్లె చెట్టుపై చిలక వాలింది. చిలకమ్మ ముద్దుగా చెప్పిందో మాట, ఆ మాట విన్నవా రామ అంటుంది. రామ రామ అన్నది ఆ సీత గుండె, అన్న నాడే ఆమెకి మొగుడయ్యాడే.
Gumsuma gumsuma guppachup, gumsuma guppachup, gumsuma gumsuma guppachup, gumsuma guppachup.
சல 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 சோலை கிளியே சோடிய தேடிச்ச சில 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 சக்கர நிலவே மாலைய மாத்திச்ச மாமங்கார ராத்திரி வந்தா. மடியில கட்டிக்க மாமன் தந்த சங்கதி எல்லாம் மனசுல வச்சுக்க. மாமங்கார ராத்திரி வந்தா, மடியில கட்டிச்ச மாமன் தந்த சங்கதி எல்லாம் மனசுல வச்சுக்க. கண்ணாளனே எனது கண்ணை நேற்றோடு காணவில்லை, என் கண்களை பறித்துக் கொண்டு ஏன் இன்னும் பேசவில்லை. ஆளான ஒரு செய்தி அறியாமலே அலைபாயும் சிறு பேதை நானோ. உன் பேரும் என் பேரும் தெரியாமலே உள்ளங்கள் இடம் மாறும் ஏனோ. வாய் பேசவே வாய்ப்பில்லையே, வலி தீர வழி என்னவோ. கண்ணாளனே எனது கண்ணை நேற்றோடு காணவில்லை, என் கண்களை பறித்துக் கொண்டு ஏன் இன்னும் பேசவில்லை. ஆளான ஒரு செய்தி அறியாமலே அலைபாயும் சிறு பேதை நானோ. உன் பேரும் என் பேரும் தெரியாமலே உள்ளங்களிடம் மாறும் ஏனோ. வாய் பேசவே
gama pa ma pa gama pa ma ni ni za ni pa ma pa ga sa gama pa ga ma ni pa ga ma re ni za gama pa ga ma pa ni za 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 ni za 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 ni za ga za ni za ga za ni za ga za ga za ga za ni za ni pa ma pa ga sa gama pa ga ma ni pa ga
हम कुछ तुम हो जाते हैं यूं नैनों से बरसे रिमझिम हम पे प्यार का सावन शर्म थोड़ी थोड़ी हमको आए तो नजरें झुक जाए सितम थोड़ा थोड़ा हम पे शोख हवा भी कर जाए ऐसे चले चलुड़े दिल में एक तूफान उठे हम तो लुट गए खड़े ही खड़े कहना ही क्या एक अनजान से जो मिले चलने लगी मोहब्बत के जैसे सिलसिले अरमान ऐसे दिल में खिले जिनको कभी मैं न जानूं वो हमसे हम उनसे कभी ना मिले कैसे मिले दिल न जानूं अब क्या करें क्या नाम ले कैसे उन्हें मैं पुकारूं गुमसुम गुप चुप गुमसुम गुप चुप गुमसुम गुप चुप गुमसुम गुप चुप सल 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 जक्काराडी जोड़ी बेटाडी विल 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 వెన్నెలలాడి మనసులు మాటాడి మామ కొడుకు రాత్రికొస్తే బదలకు రేచుక్కో మంచం చెప్పిన సంగతులన్నీ మరువకు ఎంచక్కో మామ కొడుకు రాత్రికొస్తే బదలకు రేచుక్కో మంచం చెప్పిన సంగతులన్నీ మరువకు ఎంచక్కో శృతి మించేటి పరువపు వేగం వేగం ఉయ్యాలలో గింది నీలో తొలి పొంగుల్లో దాగిన తాపం తాపం సయ్యాటలాడింది నాలో ఇంకా మై మరపో ఇన్ని ఊహల్లో తెల్లారి రేయల్లే ఎడబాటనుకో ఎర్ర మల్లెల్లో తేనీరు కన్నీరు ఇది నిజమా కల నిజమా ఇల్లుకున్న జన్మనడిగా నీ నమాజుల్లో నమాలు మరిచా கண்ணாளனி எனது கண்ணை நேற்றோடு காணவில்லை என் கண்களை பறித்துக் கொண்டு ஏன் இன்னும் பேசவில்லை ஆளான ஒரு செய்தி அறியாமலே அலைபாயும் சிறு பேதை நானோ உன் பேரும் என் பேரும் தெரியாமலே உள்ளங்கள் இடமாறும்
la 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 la
अंजलि अंजलि पुष्पांजलि अंजलि अंजलि पुष्पांजलि பூவே உன் பாதத்தில் புஷ்பாஞ்சலி பொன்னே உன் பெயருக்கு பொன்னஞ்சலி கண்ணே உன் குரலுக்கு கீதாஞ்சலி கண் காணா அழகுக்கு கவிதாஞ்சலி அஞ்சலி அஞ்சலி புஷ்பாஞ்சலி अंजलि अंजलि पुष्पांजलि பூவே உன் பாதத்தில் புஷ்பாஞ்சலி பொன்னே உன் பெயருக்கு பொன்னஞ்சலி கண்ணே உன் குரலுக்கு கீதாஞ்சலி கண் காணா அழகுக்கு கவிதாஞ்சலி காதல் வந்து தீண்டும் வரை இருவரும் தனித்தனி காதலின் பொன் சங்கிலி இணைத்தது கண்மணி கடலிலே மழை வீழ்ந்த பின் எந்த துளி மழை துளி காதலில் அது போல நான் கலந்திட்டேன் காதலி திருமகள் திருப்பாதம் பிடித்து விட்டேன் தினம் ஒரு புது பாடல் வடித்து விட்டேன் அஞ்சலி அஞ்சலி என் உயிர் காதலி பூவே உன் பாதத்தில் புஷ்பாஞ்சலி பொன்னே உன் பெயருக்கு பொன்னஞ்சலி கண்ணே உன் குரலுக்கு கீதாஞ்சலி கண் காணா அழகுக்கு கவிதாஞ்சலி அஞ்சலி அஞ்சலி புஷ்பாஞ்சலி अंजलि अंजलि पुष्पांजलि பூவே உன் பாதத்தில் புஷ்பாஞ்சலி பொன்னே உன் பெயருக்கு பொன்னஞ்சலி கண்ணே உன் குரலுக்கு கீதாஞ்சலி கண் காணா அழகுக்கு கவிதாஞ்சலி
புஷ்பாஞ்சலி நண்பா உன் கண்ணுக்கு நடனாஞ்சலி கண்ணா உன் இசை வாழ கீதாஞ்சலி கவியே உன் தமிழ் வாழ கவிதாஞ்சலி
அஞ்சலி அஞ்சலி புஷ்பாஞ்சலி அஞ்சலி அஞ்சலி புஷ்பாஞ்சலி பூவே உன் பாதத்தில் புஷ்பாஞ்சலி பொன்னே உன் பெயருக்கு பொன்னஞ்சலி கண்ணே உன் குரலுக்கு கீதாஞ்சலி கண் காண அழகுக்கு கவிதாஞ்சலி அழகியை உனைப் போலவே அதிசயம் இல்லையே அஞ்சலி பேரை சொன்னேன் அவிழ்ந்தது முல்லையே கார்த்திகை மாதம் போனால் கடும் மழை இல்லையே கண்மணி நீ இல்லையே கவிதைகள் இல்லையே நீ என்ன நிலவோடு பிறந்தவளா பூவுக்குள் கருவாகி வளர்ந்தவளா அஞ்சலி அஞ்சலி என்னுயிர் காதலி பூவே உன் பாதத்தில் புஷ்பாஞ்சலி பொன்னே உன் பெயருக்கு பொன்னஞ்சலி கண்ணே உன் குரலுக்கு கீதாஞ்சலி கண் காணா அழகுக்கு கவிதாஞ்சலி அஞ்சலி அஞ்சலி புஷ்பாஞ்சலி அஞ்சலி அஞ்சலி புஷ்பாஞ்சலி பூவே உன் பாதத்தில் புஷ்பாஞ்சலி பொன்னே உன் பெயருக்கு பொன்னஞ்சலி கண்ணே உன் குரலுக்கு கீதாஞ்சலி கண் காணா அழகுக்கு கவிதாஞ்சலி அஞ்சலி
So, again, enjoying this evening's performances. I have a nice solid list of people who have donated and pledged, and it has only grown. This used to be a small sticky paper, now it's 2 sticky papers, so it's grown. So there's some names I have to say, so if you can bear with me for just a moment. Again, sincere appreciation to these donors and contributors for your pledges and straight donations to our annual fundraising gala. Before I mention these names, I do want to say there is another $25,000 pledge, a matching pledge, contribution pledge, from now until the end of the program. Our program ends, I think, just before 10 o'clock. So between now and 10 o'clock, any donations that are made, any pledges that are made through our site, tinyurl.com/ssvt-pledged, will be matched up to $25,000. So for the names, I want to thank, again, for your contributions and pledges, Mr. and Mrs. Ramu and Uma Patrazu, Dr. and Mrs. Ram Nagula, Mrs. Nalini Iyer, Mrs. Priya Ganesh, Mr. Jai Shri Ram, and of course Shaker Uncle and Charu Auntie, Shaker and Charu Narsimhan, who just contributed as well, Dr. Shiva Subramanian and Kalyani Auntie, Dr. Narasimhan and Prabha Auntie as well. And you know, Shaker's speech was really great. I did bring my checkbook as well, so I will be making a contribution at the end of the program. But I did want to provide those updates, and please, again, keep your donations coming. I think the team that's here that are tracking the donations, they said that we're doing well, but again, your contributions, and especially with these matching contributors, $10,000 from earlier in the evening, up to $10,000, and then as well as the $25,000 that we just received, will really, really help us. Thank you.
Next, I'm going to be introducing our next artist, Shreya Navile. Shreya is actually from the local community. She grew up in Rockville, Maryland, and is the daughter of Deepthi Mukund Auntie, a dancer herself who has organized many programs here at SSVT. Shreya's artistic journey began with Bharatanatyam, initially trained by her mother, Deepthi Mukund, and later from prominent gurus Lalita Srinivasan, Praveen Kumar, and Shrikant Natarajan. She pursued a BFA in Contemporary Theater from the Boston Conservatory at Berkeley. After graduation, she has acted in many short films, streaming series, and feature films, mainly in Hindi and Telugu. She has acted in When the Music Changes and Gunde Kata Vintara, both from this past year. She's presenting two pieces today. The first is Kahe Ched Mohe. It's a beautiful dance from the 2002 film Devdas, choreographed by Pandit Birju Maharaj, with Madhuri Dixit doing the original number. Her second piece is Mohe Rang Dolal. It's a Kathak style dance from the 2015 movie Bajirao Mastani, with the original artists being Shreya Ghoshal and Pandit Birju Maharaj.
मालती गुंधाय केश प्यार घुगवारे मालती गुंधाय केश प्यार घुगवारे मुख दामिनी सिदाम खस चाल मतवारी चाल मतवारी चाल मतवारी
ढाई शाम रोक लई रोक लई रोक लई ढाई शाम रोक लई और चक मुख चूम लई मुख चूम लई मुख चूम लई सर से मोरी चुनरी गई 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 सर से मोरी चुनरी गई सरक 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 काहे छेड़ छेड़ मोहे गरवाला गाए काहे छेड़ छेड़ मोहे गरवाला गाए काहे छेड़ छेड़ मोहे नंद को लाल सो भेंट नंद को लाल सो
Alright, so the next songs, they're going to be a couple more fusion songs as well as light music songs. So the next fusion songs are an Era Rahman medley with the songs Snehitane Pudu Velle Mare and Venilave Venilave. After that, it'll be Ale Payude, which is Carnatic music by Utukadu Venkatakavi in Kannada Ragam and Adi Tanam. The following light music songs are going to be Venu Madhava, which is a Telugu solo song from the movie Nenu Nanu, starring Nagarjuna Akkineni and Aarti Agarwal, with music by Kiravani. Next will be a Kannada medley, a series of duets. The first is Ye Sundara from the movie Amrita Varshini, sung by S. Balasubramaniam and Chitra. Next, Sri Chakra Darike for the movie Swati Muttu. And finally, Bannalu Nine, Buviyalu Nine, and Jota Yelli from the film Bayalu Dari. The final light music song will be Ido Ido and Pallavi, which is a tribute to S. Balasubramaniam sir. It's a Tamil duet from the movie Sigaram with SPB and Radha actors, with SCB as a music director. Enjoy.
At this point, we would like to take a minute to thank Dr. and Mrs. Shivasubramaniam,
Dr. and Mrs. Rajagopala Rao, Mr. and Mrs. Krishna Bapannad,
Mr. and Mrs. Madhumurthy for supporting the Sri Shiva Vishnu Temple in their annual fundraising effort. Thank you so much.
நிலை பெயராத நிலை பெயராது சிலை போலவே நின்று நிலை பெயராத சிலை போலவே நின்று நேரமாவதறியாமது மிக வினோதமான முரளிதரன் நேரமாவதறியாமது மிக வினோதமான முரளிதரன் மனமலை பாயுதே கண்ணா அலைப்பாயுதே கண்ணா என் மனமலை பாயுதே நானத மோகன வேணுகானமது அலைப்பாயுதே தெளிந்த நிலவு பட்ட பகல் போல் எரியுதே உன் திக்கை நோக்கி என் இரு புருவம் நெறியுதே கனிந்த உன் வேணுகானம் கனிந்த உன் வேணுகானம் காற்றில் வருகுதே கனிந்த உன் வேணுகானம் காற்றில் வருகுதே கண்கள் சொருகி ஒரு வேதமாய் வருகுதே கண்கள் சொருகி ஒரு வேதமாய் வருகுதே கதித்த மனத்தில் ஒருத்தி பதத்தை எனக்கு அளித்து மகிழ்த்தா ஒரு தனித்த வனத்தில் அழைத்து எனக்கு உணர்ச்சி கொடுத்து முகிழ்த்தவா கலைக்கடல் அலையின கரியவன் என இணையிரு கலனென கழித்தவா கதறி மனமுருகி நான் அழைக்கவோ இதர மாதருடன் நீ கழித்தவோ இது தகுமோ இது முறையோ இது தர்மம் தானோ இது தகுமோ இது முறையோ இது தர்மம் தானோ குழலூதிடும் குழது ஆடிடும் குழைகள் போலவே மனது வேதனை மிகவும் அலைப்பாயுதே கண்ணா என் மனமலை பாயுதே உன்னானத மோகன வேணுகானமது அலைப்பாயுதே கண்ணா
We thank the following donors for their generosity and support to the annual fundraiser. Mrs. and Mr. Bangalore Shivacharan, Mrs. and Mr. Swami Reddy, Mrs. and Dr. Surya Narayana Murthy, Mrs. and Mr. Mahesh Reddy Kukata, Mrs. and Mr. Gunda Reddy, Mrs. and Mr. Srinivas Reddy Matta, Mrs. and Mr. Premchandar. Sound engineer Mr. Shantashekar and Mr. Anthony. Camera Naushad. Technical director Mr. Vinu Nair. our production team, Music Lounge India, MGS Gurumani, Delson David V, Anthony, Prithvi Light and Sound.
గాలి గాంధర్వమవుతున్నదో ఈ శ్వాసలో చేరితే గాలి గాంధర్వమవుతున్నదో ఈ మోవిపై వాలితే మౌనమే మంత్రమవుతున్నదో ఆ శ్వాసలో తెలియని జపములు జరిపినదా మురళీ సఖీ వెనుకటి బ్రతుకున చేసిన పుణ్యమీదా తనువును నిలువున తొలిచిన గాయములి తన జన్మకి తరగని వరముల సిరులని తలచినదా కృష్ణ నిన్ను చేరింది అష్టాక్షరిగా మారింది ఎలా ఇంత పిన్నిధి వెదురు తాను పొందింది వేణు మాధవాని సన్నిధి ఏ శ్వాసలో చేరితే గాలి గాంధర్వమవుతున్నదో ఏ మోవిపై వాలితే మౌనమే మంత్రమవుతున్నదో చల్లని నీ చిరునవ్వులు కనబడక కనుపాపకి నలువైపుల నడి రాతిరి ఎదురవగా అల్లన నీ అడుగుల సడి వినబడక హృదయానికి అలజడితో అణువణువు తడబడగా గగద పద గపద సదా ధప గరిగా దపద సద పద సద పద రీరి దపద రీరి ద సరి గరి సరి గరి సరి ద రి గరి సరి గరి సద పద గగ పాప గగ గద గగ గ సా సద పద పద సరి 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 గరి సద సరి గద ప సగరి పగ పద సరి సరి గ పగరి సద పద ప సద స పద ప సద స పద పరి సరి పద పరి సరి పద సరి గరి సద పద స గద సరి గ సరి గ పద సరి గ ರಾಧಿಕಾ ಹೃದಯ ರಾಗಾಂಜಲಿ ನೀ ಪಾದಮೂಲವ್ರಾಲು ಕುಸುಮಾಂಜಲಿ ಈ ಗೀತಾಂಜಲಿ.
ಈ ಸುಂದರ ಬೆಳದಿಂಗಳ ಈ ತಂಪಿನ ಅಂಗಳದಲ್ಲಿ ನನ್ನ ನಿನ್ನ ನಡುವಿನಲಿ
ಈ ಸುಂದರ ಬೆಳದಿಂಗಳ ಈ ಕಂಪಿನ ಅಂಗಳದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೃದಯದ ತಾಳದಲ್ಲಿ
ಮೌನವೇ ರಾಗವು ಉಸಿರೇ ಭಾವವು ನಿನ್ನ ಈ ನಗೆಯ ಸವಿಶ್ರುತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗು.
ಈ ಸುಂದರ ಬೆಳದಿಂಗಳ ಈ ಕಂಪಿನ ಅಂಗಳದಲ್ಲಿ ನನ್ನ ನಿನ್ನ ನಡುವಿನಲ್ಲಿ
ಈ ಸುಂದರ ಬೆಳದಿಂಗಳ ಈ ತಂಪಿನ ಅಂಗಳದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೃದಯದ ತಾಳದಲ್ಲಿ
ಚಕ್ರಧಾರಿಗೆ ಶಿರಬಾಗಿಲಾಲಿ ರಾಜೀವನೇತ್ರನಿಗೆ ರಮಣೀಯ ಲಾಲಿ ಶ್ರೀ ಚಕ್ರಧಾರಿಗೆ ಶಿರಬಾಗಿಲಾಲಿ ರಾಜೀವನೇತ್ರನಿಗೆ ರಮಣೀಯ ಲಾಲಿ ಹಾಲ್ಗೆನ್ನೆ ಕೃಷ್ಣನಿಗೆ ಹಾಲ್ಗೆನ್ನೆ ಕೃಷ್ಣನಿಗೆ
ಮನಸ್ಸಿನ ಭಾವನೆ ನೀನೆ ಹೇಳಿದೆ ಜೊತೆಯಲಿ ಜೊತೆ ಜೊತೆಯಲಿ ಇರುವೆನು ಹೀಗೆ ಎಂತು
ಆಹಾ ಆಹಾ ಲಾ 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 ಲಾ.
இதோ இதோ என் பல்லவி எப்போது கீதமாகுமோ இவள் உந்தன் சரணமென்றால் அப்போது வேதமாகுமோ இதோ இதோ என் பல்லவி என் வாழ்க்கை என்னும் கோப்பையில் இது என்ன பானமோ பருகாமலே ருசியேறுதே இது என்ன ஜாலமோ அந்த வானம் தீர்ந்து போகலாம் நம் வாழ்க்கை தீருமா பருவங்களும் நிறம் மாறலாம் நம் பாசம் மாறுமா போகுமா இதோ இதோ என் பல்லவி எப்போது கீதமாகுமோ
இவள் உந்தன் சரணமென்றால் அப்போது வேதமாகுமோ
இதோ இதோ என் பல்லவி
So just want to give you an update. I think in the past hour, past 30 minutes actually, we've received $35,000 in pledges and contributions. Again, thank you so much for your contributions throughout the night. Just a reminder, we do have those two matching pledges, 10,000 plus 25,000 for the remainder of the night. So any contributions made, I think we reached that 35,000. So again, thank you to those donors, to the people who served as the anchor for the matching contributions. And then we also wanted to thank Bogaram and Bharti Shetty for their contribution this evening as well. And a reminder about the biddingforgood.com/SSVT site. That'll remain open until tomorrow, I think at 3 p.m. or so. So please take a look at the items there. I did mention like Deep Creek earlier. So Deep Creek, a little more information on that. It's a house out in Deep Creek, Maryland. So outside of the Memorial Day to Labor Day, you can have the weekend. I think it's 8 bedrooms, but it sleeps 24 people. So think of like a mini family reunion after this pandemic is over in the spring or next fall, and you can get the whole family over to Deep Creek, Maryland, family from California, family from Chicago, family from New York, wherever they are, and have this place for your own use, this house for your own use over the weekend.
All right, so now we'll be announcing the final songs for the evening. So the last fusion songs will be Dhanashri Tilana, which is a Tilana composed by Swati Tirunal in Dhanashri Ragam and Adi Talam. Then it will be concluded with a pop television series and movie theme medley featuring music from Sherlock Holmes, Pirates of the Caribbean, Game of Thrones, and Harry Potter. The final light music songs will be a Hindi medley composed of a series of Hindi duets. They are Ye Haseen Wadia from the film Roja, composed by A.R. Rahman, followed by Payale Chunmun from the 1982 film Virasat, sung by Chitra and Kumar Sanu for Annu Malik. The last piece is Satya Tune Kya Kiya, sung by SPB and Chitra for the 1990 film Love. The next song is Malargal Keten. It's a Tamil solo from the 2015 Mani Ratnam movie OK Kanmani, sung by Chitra with the music score by A.R. Rahman. Next is Madikeri Sipai. It's a Kannada duet from the movie Mutina Hara starring A. Suhasini and Vishnu Vardhan. It's a 1990 Kannada language movie directed by Rajendra Singh Babu and sung by K.S. Chitra and S.P. Vasubramaniam. The final medley is a multi-language duet starting with Karutta Penne from the 84 movie Ten Mavin Kombat, sung by K.S. Chitra and M.G. Sri Kumar. Next, Nadaka Karisina, sung by SPB and Chitra. And finally, the song Ooh La 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 from the movie Minsara Kanavu, sung by Chitra, Srinivas, and Uni Menon. Enjoy.
Thank you so much, everyone. We hope you enjoyed tonight's performances. We loved performing for Sri Shiva Vishnu Temple and for all of you. We look forward to hopefully holding a live in-person performance with all of you in the near future. Please continue to support Sri Shiva Vishnu Temple with pledges and donations.
At this time, I'd like to introduce my lovely co-artists on stage. Please put your hands together for Akshay on the mridangam, Sharanya on the vocals, Of course, Mahesh Raghavan on the iPad as well as vocals, and my name is Shravan on the violin. Please continue to support this wonderful Hindu institution today for a better tomorrow, for a renowned new year of spirituality, connection, and well-being. Have a great night, everyone. Thank you so much once again from Carnatic 2.0. This is us signing off.
जनन जनन तनन तनन तो जनन जनन तनन तनन तो जनन जनन तनन तनन जनन जनन तनन तनन तो जनन जनन तनन तनन तो जनन जनन तनन तनन गीत तुनि कुत कधीम नाद्र केट तो नाच रहे गोरी नाच दई दई दु इरग तु गीत तुनि कुत कधीम नाद्र केट तो नाच रहे तै तै तावने गावे तकदल तै तै तावने गावे तकदल तै 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 तकतन धीम तकिटदक धीम धीम तकिटदक धीम धीम तकिटदक धीम हततोम हतगीत धुनि कुतक धीम उदनित तानि तानि तदिं तदिं तिरनं तदिं तदिं तिरनं उदनित तानि तानि तदिं तदिं तिरनं तादित्तो ततगधरि तदान दरदानदि गलरि गलरि ततगदादार ततगमं तानि ततगदं ताररिं दिं तकतन अलरि तों 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 तकतन तनि अलरि गीत धुनि कुतक धीम नाद्र केट तो नाच रहे गोरी ताद दई दई दम तिरग तु गीत धुनि कुतक धीम नाद्र केट तो नाच रहे गोरी ताद दई दई दम तिरग तु ताद दई दई दम तिरग तु ताद दई दई दम तिरग तु गीत धुनि कुतक धीम निकुतक धीम निकुतक धीम
Hello everyone. We hope you enjoyed the performances and songs by me and Nishad. It was great to perform for Sri Shiva Vishnu Temple and for all of you. We look forward to perform for you again soon. We hope to come and see you all live in the US. Please support this important institution today for a better tomorrow. For a renewed new year of spirituality, connection and well-being. Have a great night. Thank you.
ये हंसी वादियाँ ये खुला आसमां आ गए हम कहाँ आए मेरे साजना इन बहारों में दिल की कली खिल गई मुझको तुम जो मिले हर खुशी मिल गई
तेरी होठों पे है हुस्न की बिजलियाँ तेरे गालों पे है जुल्फ की बदलियाँ तेरे दामन के खुशबू से महके चमन संगे मरमर के जैसा ये तेरा बदन
मेरी जाने जा मैं तेरी चांदनी छेड़ दो तुम आज कोई प्यार की रागिनी
ये हंसी वादिया ये खुला आसमां
आ गए हम कहाँ आए मेरे साजना
इन बहारों में दिल की कली खिल गई
मुझको तुम जो मिले हर खुशी मिल गई
ये हंसी वादिया ये खुला आसमां
आ गए हम कहाँ आए मेरे साजना
साथिया तूने क्या किया बेलिया तूने क्या किया
मैंने किया तेरा इंतजार
इतना करो ना मुझे प्यार इतना करो ना मुझे प्यार
साथिया तूने क्या कहा बेलिया तूने क्या कहा
यूं न कभी करना इंतजार
मैंने किया है तुमसे प्यार मैंने किया है तुमसे प्यार
किया तूने क्या किया बेलिया तूने क्या किया
மலர்கள் கேட்டேன் வனமே தந்தனை தண்ணீர் கேட்டேன் அமிர்தம் தந்தனை மலர்கள் கேட்டேன் வனமே தந்தனை தண்ணீர் கேட்டேன் அமிர்தம் தந்தனை எதை நான் கேட்பின் எதை நான் கேட்பின் உனையே தருவாய் எதை நான் கேட்பின் உனையே தருவாய் மலர்கள் கேட்டேன் வனமே தந்தனை தண்ணீர் கேட்டேன் அமிர்தம் தந்தனை மலர்கள் கேட்டேன் மலர்கள் கேட்டேன் மலர்கள் கேட்டேன் மலர்கள் கேட்டேன் எதை நான் கேட்பின் உனையே தருவாய் க க மக மரி மகரி சனி ரே ச பமக மத மகரி சனி ரே ச கம சனி சதனி மக கமரி க ச நி சத நி ச நி ச மக க நி ச பம மக சனி ச க மக ரி நி த ம க க மக க க மரி க நி ரி நி க ரி மக ரி ச பமத மனி த நி மத க மரி க ச மலர்கள் கேட்டேன் வனமே தந்தனை தண்ணீர் கேட்டேன் அமிர்தம் தந்தனை காட்டில் தொலைந்தேன் வழியாய் வந்தனை இருளில் தொலைந்தேன் ஒளியாய் வந்தனை காட்டில் தொலைந்தேன் வழியாய் வந்தனை இருளில் தொலைந்தேன் ஒளியாய் வந்தனை எதனில் தொலைந்தான் ஆ ஆ ஆ எதனில் தொலைந்தாய் நீயே வருவாய் மலர்கள் கேட்டேன் வனமே தந்தனை தண்ணீர் கேட்டேன் அமிர்தம் தந்தனை
ಅಥರ ಈ ಅಥರ ಮಥುರ ಓ ಮಥುರ ನಂಗಡ ಪ್ರೇಮವೋ ದುಂಬಾ ಚಾಯಿ ದುಂಬಾ ಚಾಯಿ. ಓ ಮಳೆ 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 ಇಳೆಯ ಮೇಲೆ ಇಳಿದು ಬಂತು ಹೂವಿನ ಮಳೆ.
ಮಳೆ ಮಳೆ ಮಳೆ
ಓ
ಇಳೆಯ ಮೇಲೆ ಇಳಿದು ಬಂತು ಹೂವಿನ ಮಳೆ.
ಪೂರಮಯ ರಮಿಸಿ
ಪ್ರೇಮಿಗಳ ಹರಸಿ
ನಲಿವ ಈ ಮನವೇ ಕುಣಿವ ಈ ಮನವೇ ನಂಗಳ ನೆನಪುಕು ಅಮರ 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 ಅಮರ.
ಮಡಿಕೇರಿಸಿ ತಾಯಿ ಮುತ್ತ ತಾತು ಮರೆಯಲು ನುಡಿ ನುಡಿ ನುಡಿ
ಓ ಓ ಓ
ದೇಹದೊಳಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಣವಾಗೋ ಆನೆಯ ನುಡಿ.
ಓ ದಿನ ಪ್ರತಿಕ್ಷಣ ನುಡಿವ ನಿನ್ನ ನುಡಿಯೇ ನನ್ನ ಉಸಿರು ಎಂದನ.
ನೀ ನುಡಿಯ ಸಮಯ
ಮಾರ್ದನಿಯೇ ಹೃದಯ ಆಣಿ ನಿನ್ನಾಣಿ ಭೂಮಿ ತಾಯಾಣಿ ನಂಗಳ ಬಂಧನ ಹಸಿರೋ ಹಸಿರು ಹಸಿರೋ ಹಸಿರು.
ಮಡಿಕೇರಿಸಿ ತಾಯಿ ಮುತ್ತ ತಾತು ಮರೆಯಲು ಅಥರ ಈ ಅಥರ ಮಧುರ ಓ ಮಧುರ ನಂಗಡ ಪ್ರೇಮವೋ ದುಂಬಾ ಚಾಯಿ ದುಂಬಾ ಚಾಯಿ.
சாய் கட்டி மூடிக்கு நான் முத்திட்ட மரேலு ಅಥರ ಈ ಅಥರ ಮಥುರ ಓ ಮಥುರ ನಂಗಡ ಪ್ರೇಮವೋ ದುಂಬಾ ಚಾಯಿ ದುಂಬಾ ಚಾಯಿ. കറുത്ത പെണ്ണെ നിന്നെ കാണാഞ്ഞിട്ടൊരു നാളുണ്ട് വരുത്തപ്പെട്ടേൻ. കറുത്ത പെണ്ണെ നിന്നെ കാണാഞ്ഞിട്ടൊരു നാളുണ്ടേ വരുത്തപ്പെട്ടേൻ ഞാനൊരു വണ്ടായി ചമഞ്ഞേനടി. കറുത്ത പെണ്ണെ നിന്നെ കാണാഞ്ഞിട്ടൊരു നാളുണ്ടേ വരുത്തപ്പെട്ടേൻ ഞാനൊരു വണ്ടായി ചമഞ്ഞേനടി.
തുടിച്ചു തുള്ളും മനസ്സിനുള്ളിൽ തനിച്ചു നിന്നെ ഞാൻ നിലച്ചിരിപ്പുണ്ടേ. തുടിച്ചു തുള്ളും മനസ്സിനുള്ളിൽ തനിച്ചു നിന്നെ ഞാൻ നിലച്ചിരിപ്പുണ്ടേ.
കറുത്ത പെണ്ണെ നിന്നെ കാണാഞ്ഞിട്ടൊരു നാളുണ്ടേ വരുത്തപ്പെട്ടേൻ ഞാനൊരു വണ്ടായി ചമഞ്ഞേനടി. ತುಟಿಗೆ ಇಬ್ಬನಿ
ಜಿನು ಜಿನುಗೋ ಜೀನಾ ಹನಿ ಮಿನು ಮಿನುಗೋ ತುಟಿಗೆ ಇಬ್ಬನಿ
ಈ ನಯನದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಂಗಾತಿ ಸಂಪ್ರೀತಿ ನಲಿ ನಲಿ ನಲಿಯುತ್ತಿದೆ
ಜಿನು ಜಿನುಗೋ ಜೀನಾ ಹನಿ ಮಿನು ಮಿನುಗೋ ತುಟಿಗೆ ಇಬ್ಬನಿ నడక కలిసిన నవరాత్రి సిగ్గుపడితే శివరాత్రి అడుగు సొగసుల పాలాస్త్రీ అంట నీరా నా మేస్త్రీ నడక కలిసిన నవరాత్రి సిగ్గుపడితే శివరాత్రి అడుగు సొగసుల పాలాస్త్రీ అంట నీరా నా మేస్త్రీ ఆ బేబీ 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 ఆ బేబీ
మొకుటు మొకుటని అంటే స్త్రీ మొదలు పెడితే 1 2 3 ఓంపు సోంపుల ఎంకో స్త్రీ కాలు జారకే గంగోత్రి హబీబీ 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 హబీబీ
பச்சைக்கிளி ஒண்ணு கேட்டது கேட்டது கேள்வி என்ன என் கண்ணு ரொம்ப அழகா என் ரெக்க ரொம்ப அழகா இந்த கேள்வி என்னை கேட்ட என்ன நான் பாடுவேன் ஹூ லா 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 ஹூ லா 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 ஹூ லா 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 ஹே ஹே ஹூ லா 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 ஹூ லா 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 ஹூ லா 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 லா
மேட்டு சாலையில மாட்டு வண்டியில ஏன் போராளே பொண்ணு ஒருத்தி பொண்ணு கட்டியது என்ன புடவை என்றே வானவில்லின் வண்ணம் என்றார் மழை துளி மண்ணில் வந்து சிந்த சிந்த எழுகிறதே ஒரு வாசம் அது என்னை வானவில்லில் கொண்டு சேர்த்து விடுகிறதே சில நேரம் ஊ லா 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 ஓ லா 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 ஓ லா 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 மனமதுர மாமர கிளையிலே லா 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 ஓ லா 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 ஓ லா 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 வச்சு கிளி லா 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 ஓ லா 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 ஓ லா 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 ஓ லா 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 ஓ லா 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 ஓ லா 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 லா
Namaste devotees and friends of Sri Shiva Vishnu Temple. I am Krishna Swami.
I am Jayaraman. We are part of the core group of the task force that organized this event. We thank all the donors, sponsors, and those who participated in this auction. We thank all devotees and friends of SSVT who have witnessed this event.
We could not have done this event without the help of a whole army of volunteers, too numerous to mention individually. Our heartfelt thanks goes to all the volunteers. A lot of people have worked very long hours to make this event a success. Even with the experience of conducting a similar event last year, we had a lot of learning to do along the way. It would not have been possible without all the true selfless work of a lot of volunteers as described by Lord Krishna in Bhagavad Gita.
Our heartfelt thanks to Krishna Bapanad, Dr. Shiva Subramaniam, Dr. Rajagopal Rao, Shekhar Narasimhan, and others for their speeches. We thank our chairman, board of trustees, staff, priests, cooks, operation committee members, all task force groups, along with the silent auction group, devotees, and many other volunteers for making this two-day event a grand success. We personally want to thank the core group of volunteers who stood by us in every step of this event organization.
Special thanks are to the artists of this evening, Padma Bhushan Chitraji, Nishad, and other supporting cast. Last but not the least, we thank the orchestra that supported the presentation. The lighting and editing people, along with Sri Vinu Nair, technical director and editor, need special mention. We are also grateful to Srimati Chitraji and her husband Sri Vijay Shankarji for immediately agreeing to our request to perform for the SSVT fundraiser. Remember, this virtual fundraiser gala is only a second time for us. We thank Mr. Kumar Sundaram, a friend of SSVT, for his introduction to Vijay Shankarji.
We thank Mahesh Raghavan and his group for their excellent fusion music that bridged two traditions in their own style. Mahesh, Shravan, Sharanya, Akshay were great, making this a memorable performance. Let us also give a big hand to them. A special thanks to Niranjan Kumar, the producer in charge. Thanks are also due to Shreya Neville for giving us a fusion dance piece.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, Harihi Om, Namaste everyone. My name is Vasu Murthy. On behalf of all of us at SSVT, I want to sincerely thank the Surgeon General of the United States, Dr. Vivek Murthy, for giving a heartfelt keynote address today. It was wonderful to hear his remarks on his connection with SSVT and how dharmic values are relevant today. Many people will be inspired by his remarks. I want to sincerely thank Dr. Murthy once again for doing this remarks in a relatively short notice in spite of his busy schedule. I also want to thank Dinesh and Murali Dharan from Record Productions for doing the final editing of today's program that you saw just now. They did also all the associated videos. Finally, we conclude the program with the temple anthem by our beloved Acharyas. Thank you.
I hope you all enjoyed this evening's performance. We're reaching the end of tonight's fundraising gala. I received a number from Padma and Vasu regarding this evening's tallies and contributions and everything from the past evening and throughout this whole gala event, including the auction, the tentative auction numbers, things like that. So the unofficial number is $223,635. That's how much we have raised, including the matching contributions, the donations from throughout the year, the pledges and so forth from this year into next year. I sincerely want to thank Medha, my co-host and MC for this evening. She took time out of her busy schedule. I know finals are right around the corner in college. I don't know how you did it. I would have been, stressed beyond any means. Just thinking back to college and how that experience was, if I had to do something like this as well. But again, thank you so much, Medha, for coming in this evening to co-host this event. So we're going to be closing this evening's performance with the temple anthem, sung chanted by our temple priests. And also as a general reminder, you can continue making your pledges throughout the end of this year, as well as for next year at tinyurl.com/SSVT-pledge. That's tinyurl.com/SSVT-pledge. And our auction will also be closing at 3 p.m. tomorrow. That's biddingforgood.com/SSVT. So please take a look at the various vastrams, the saris, there's clothing for children, there's clothing for men and women, his and her sets, as well as a couple of experiences. National Aquarium, a few restaurants. Woodlands recently reopened in Gaithersburg, Maryland. We have, I think, 4 gift cards to Woodlands and Jewel of India, and a variety of other knickknacks for around the house and for other family members. With that, thank you for attending this evening's program, and good night.
Om Shambho Mahadeva Sadashiva Ambujanayana Narayana Hara Om Sadashiva Hari Om Narayana Pannaga Bhushana Sadashiva Pannaga Shayana Narayana Hara Om Sadashiva Hari Om Narayana Kailasavasa Sadashiva Vaikuntavasa Narayana Hara Om Sadashiva Hari Om Narayana Gauri Sameta Sadashiva Lakshmi Sameta Narayana Hara Om Sadashiva Hari Om Narayana Parvati Ramana Sadashiva Papa Vimochana Narayana Hara Om Sadashiva Hari Om Narayana Shambho Mahadeva Sadashiva Ambujanayana Narayana Hara Om Sadashiva Hari Om Narayana Hari